Alright guys, new update means new gameplay, means I get to read through the notes with you again. This time I cropped it a little bit differently, so hopefully you get to see the gameplay just a little bit better. As normal, I'm not going to read through the first paragraph, I'll read through the important points, and we'll get down to it and see what we can do. But to start us off, we got a dance party happening here. Most of this game features the OTS, the brand new gun, which I'll read about later, and I'm playing with a couple of friends, so some of it you won't get audio for, some of it you will. Hopefully you enjoy, and let's get started. Let's start off with the brand new OTS 9, which is great for the close and medium range combat. We also got a new pistol, the Makarov, which I haven't seen yet, but once I do, maybe I'll make a video of it. There's also Ground War Skirmish, which I did a video on. I got some content on, which I'll throw in this video as well. It's actually pretty good. It's a domination in BR. It's pretty awesome. What do we got new in multiplayer? Well, we got a new map, Arsenal. Looks like it'll be in a future weapon laboratory. Also, new perk, Dauntless. All burning damage received is reduced and movement speed debuffs have no effect. Also, mode optimization for Capture the Flag. The classic Capture the Flag returns with an optimized Capture the Flag will bring soldiers a better gaming experience. Next up, Battle Royale. New game mode, Ground War Skirmish. 12v12 ground war, where it's just like domination, where you capture all the points. The next clip here is going to show that as we played it. We also got a new BR class, Shockwave. Release a self-centered shockwave that pushes away and damages nearby hostiles while briefly blocking nearby projectiles. Bullets aren't going to hit you now. The only change for the floor loot in BR this season is the OTS 9 was added. New weapons. We've already talked about the OTS 9 a bit. It's a lightweight SMG with high mobility but really low mag capacity. Only 20 rounds in a mag. We also got the Makarov, dual-wield secondary weapon with outstanding suppression and endurance brought by a fully automatic barrel and high drum mag capacity. That's going to be fun to play with. Weapon optimization. The performance optimization got given to the R9O, the Push, the Jack 12, the Type 25, and the BK57. The sound effects optimization went to the ICR1, the M21 EBR, the UL736, and the Russ. Onto the tournament stuff. They reduced the difficulty of the tournament tasks and lowered the requirements to get gold and how many gold you need to actually get those extra camos, which is nice because that grind was tedious. Next up, balance adjustments. They did it a little bit differently, so let's read through them. HG40. Even though mobility gives HG40 an edge, the weakness on damage limits its overall performance. Chest damage multiplier increased, upper arm damage multiplier increased. The DRH. Some attachments were equipped to the DRH to improve range and accuracy, however most of these attachments cost too much on mobility. Basic ADS enhancements can make a good balance between these options. ADS increased and ADS bullet spread reduced. ASVAL has a decent ADS speed, but the lack of attachments for specializing ADS speed limits its performance in close range combat. Therefore, ADS time was reduced appropriately for ensuring its position. Meanwhile, ADS bullet spread was reduced for improvement on its performance in mid-range combat. ADS speed increased, ADS bullet spread reduced. The M13 had some attachment optimizations to make it easier to make different styles of this weapon. The RTC Heavy Long Barrel got a bullet speed buff added to it. The RTC Silencer Barrel got an ADS speed and ADS bullet spread debuff removed. The range buff added, the bullet speed buff added, and a recoil debuff was increased. The RTC Combat Stock got an ADS speed buff increase as well. The Type 25 had attachment optimization on that as well, giving you the RTC Steady Stock with a Get Hit Flinch resistance buff increased, and the YKM Combat Stock ADS speed buff is increased, and the Get Hit Flinch resistance debuff is increased. The Krieg 6 also had one attachment get optimized. The Firm Grip Tape ADS speed buff was reduced. Next we have the Cordite. The Cordite shows the lack of steady damage and burst compared to the majority of the SMGs, which makes it mediocre in current combat environment. Damage increased, MP only. Head damage multiplier is increased, the lower arm damage multiplier is increased, MP only, and the range is increased. The Razorback, that you don't see very often anymore, performs slightly inferior to the majority of SMGs in terms of lethality, even with the buff from Rapid Fire. We increased its damage for medium and long ranges and made it perform more effectively, with close range headshots. Damage and headshot damage were both increased. PDW 57. Both range and time to kill of this weapon should be strengthened to SMG's average as it remains in a low usage rate. The lower arm damage multiplier was increased and the range was increased. The push, which is known for its hip firing, hardly shows an edge as the low damage stability and long sprint to fire delay set a limit on its advantages. The damage was increased and the sprint to fire delay was reduced. Personally, one of my favorite weapons, the HDR, took too long to aim down sight, and they didn't really have the attachments to buff the ADS speed. Its first damage range also seemed inadequate for some of the MP matches, so the ADS speed and the range both got increased for this weapon. Even though the Outlaw had better mobility between all the snipers, its overall performance kind of sucked, so the range got increased, the hit flinch got reduced, and the basic steady aim count got increased. The MK2 may hit hard, but it doesn't have that mobility, so they increased the basic movement speed on it.
Good shot.
Moving on to the MP operator skills, the War Machine got a mag increase, and the energy required to activate was reduced. Death Machine and the Sparrow both got an increase in the mag capacity as well. For the Transform Shield, the energy required for activating is reduced, and the full charge, the energy consumption per kill is increased. Onto the BR class, it's Rewind. You only get one rewind before you upgrade now. The second stage charging speed is reduced. Ravager, the damage is increased and the missile speed is increased. Tracker, the passive skill. The footsteps detected distance is increased, and the Disrupt passive skill. The speed up duration is reduced. Here's this season's new event calendar. You can see all the weapons and all the new stuff that we can get as we move on. There's the new Perk Dauntless, the new OTS, the new Maverick, which my buddy Pack has been using and he's been absolutely loving it. There's also the new map incoming here. And we also have a new themed event, the Lost Treasure is incoming. There's also another thing that I found in the ranked match. Go up here and you got the Blue and Black year 2023. Got these documents. I've seemed to have completed them all for the Season 1 and Season 2. I'm not sure how I completed them, but I had them complete. There's also the Elite Mission Rewards where you can get the confidential tokens and legendary medals. Again, I'm not 100% sure how I got those. There's also the Korohana Weapons Crate, which is apparently there's a legendary inside of it. Here you can go to the Construct Rewards where you can rebuild old rewards. I'm pretty sure I've got all of Season 4 and Season 5. Heck, I'm pretty sure I even got the Season 1 for 2022. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see another one, please leave a like and a comment and let me know. Until then, we'll see you next time.